arrested through torture. So we require to get proper answers from the police, and I also want to agree with the position that by now, instead of terminating the services of junior policemen, we want to see senior police officers, the Director General, the Deputy Director General, and even the Director General should resign or they should be fired by the President. Mr. Speaker, my party, where I am the Deputy Party Leader, we signed an MoU with UDA. One of the things we agreed was that we are not going to have abductions and killings like this one. Mr. Speaker, if we do not get proper answers from UDA's side, we will consider this as a material breach of the MoU we have with the UDA. ODM, we are very serious about this. Mr. Speaker, I am talking as a Deputy Party Leader of ODM. We are a party that believes in protecting lives of Kenyans. And therefore, we want to see action from the UDA government on the issue of the Deputy Director General of Police. By now, he should not be in the office because this young man was arrested because he had posted something against the DIG. Why is the DIG still in office? Why are you going for junior police officers, terminating their services, and their bosses are still there enjoying lunch and breakfast as our young man is decaying in the morgue? Mr. Speaker, this matter is very serious, and we call upon speedy action by not just the police, but the government through the President. Mr. Speaker, we are beginning to see the coming back of intolerance in this country. This cannot be allowed to go on, Mr. Speaker. I think we need answers, and the answers are supposed to come from the government, they are supposed to come from the police, and we cannot allow the police to mislead this country, that the young man hit his head on the wall. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the injuries sustained by that...
Senator Boni. Senator Boni.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have to be serious. We are playing with fire. I was an adult when there was detention without trial. Detention without trial was a bad thing, but being killed in a police cell is worse than detention without trial. It reminds me, Mr. Speaker, of the impunity we saw when, Mr. Speaker, then Vice President Moi lied to the country that Josiah Mwangi Kariuki had traveled out of the country when they had killed him. The same impunity we saw the police tell the country that Dr. Robert Ouko had committed suicide when they had killed him. The same impunity, Mr. Speaker, that I saw in South Africa in 1977 when an intellectual, Steve Biko, was brutalized in a police station, and they faced the world and they told the world that the guy had died from starvation. The whole world woke up and moved against South Africa to stop apartheid. I'm asking that this matter be escalated to a level whereby we must bring fear in government for government to respect human life. Mr. Speaker, it is not enough to ask that the Deputy Inspector General resigns. We want the same speed which we saw when our colleague was killed last month, when arrests were made. We want Mr. Eliud Lagat to be arrested so that he can write a statement from a police station for it to be clearer to him that he has a responsibility. Mr. Speaker, the police officers who went to Migori and brought this boy from home to Nairobi so that Lagat could see him when they are slapping him around should equally be arrested. Why are they walking free? As far as I'm concerned, seeing the shape of that face, the guy could not possibly, would have wanted to hit the wall using the front of his head. It is only Parliament, Mr. Speaker, which can bring this to an end. We must protect our children. Members of Parliament in the National Assembly and here, that boy who is lying there is not in any way different from our own children. And it is this Parliament that will bring this to an end. It is too much, and the thing must escalate.
Senator for Kilifi County, Senator Mazayo.
Asante mstahiki Spika. Mstahiki Spika, jambo la kwanza ni kwamba nasema pole kwa ile jamii ambayo imempoteza yule kijana Albert Ojwang. Zaidi sana tukiangalia tunaweza kumwambia pole sana baba yake ambaye alikuwa huyu ni mtoto wake alipekee wa kuzaliwa peke yake, na ambaye alikuwa baba yake alikuwa na nia kwamba mtoto wake atafaulu katika maisha. Ndio sababu yeye akawa anafanya kazi ya mawe ya kuchimba na kukata mawe akiweza kumsomesha mtoto wake. Nampatia kongole huyo mzee kwa sababu alisomesha kijana, na kijana hakupoteza ndoto ya baba yake, akawa graduate. Lakini sasa baba yake anasema anataka kuletwa mbele ya huyu mtu anaitwa Lagat, apigwe risasi yeye sasa afariki. Huo ndio uchungu ambao baba yake anasikia saa hizi. Tunakemea sana kifo hichi. Cha pili ni kwamba huyu alikuwa kijana mdogo sana, na yule alikuwa kijana mdogo wa miaka 31. Yule msichana ni umri wa Metho hapa, Senator Metho. Yule kijana alioa kutoka Giriama huko kwetu. Bibi yake ni mtu ambaye sisi tunahusiana. Kwa hiyo kama alikufa yule, aliua shemegi yangu, na yule dadangu sasa atakuwa mjane na ako na mtoto wa mwaka mmoja. Shame on this officer. Aibu kubwa sana ambayo imetokea katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Kama mimi ningekuwa rais saa hizi, ningekuwa nishafuta watu katika hiyo ofisi. Huyu hafai kuketi ndani ya hiyo ofisi hata dakika moja. Huyu mtu anaitwa Lagat, kwa sababu ameondoa maisha ya kijana mdogo ambaye alikuwa na future katika nchi hii. Na sisi hatutakubali hata kidogo kwamba ifichwe hichi kifo. Wanaanza kusema sasa kwa sababu yeye ni DIG anafikiria anaweza kudanganya Wakenya wote. Anasema ati mtu alijigonga na ukuta alafu akaanguka chini akakufa. Kwani alikuwa anacheza mpira yeye huko ndani? Ukuta si mpira, ukuta ni ukuta. Na alafu ukuta hawezi kuua. Hakuna mtu alijigonga ndani ya police cell, otherwise pengine awe amejinyonga. Kwa hiyo Bwana Spika, sisi tunasema ya kwamba kitendo alichofanyiwa huyu na huyu jamaa ni hatua lazima ichukuliwe. Hawezi kutoa mtu kutoka huko, upite police station mengi, upite maeneo yote ya mapolisi mpaka umlete hapa Central uje kumbulia hapa ndani. Na hawezi kukataa.
Senator Ali Roba.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So that my brother Osotsi understands this is not a matter of party. I stand here as the party leader of UDM to condemn this incident that has happened. It's the ugliest incident of the season. When you get a suspect reprimanded and put under police custody, being brutally murdered, and claimed that the suspect has hit his head on the wall, and there is no case of epilepsy or some issues to do with medical condition that this suspect has been suffering from or presumed to have been a prevailing condition. Mr. Speaker, sir, suspension of police officers is just the beginning. And I believe with conviction, as Ali Ibrahim Roba, myself, that there are people hell-bent in setting up the image of the president and setting up the president and spoiling the image of this president in this country. And it seems to be deliberate. The president must act swiftly to make sure that this protection happens. Unless somebody is gifted with thickness, how can you pick somebody, put the person behind bars, and kill the person and start telling the public that the person has hit his head on the wall? This is inconceivable. In this day, age, and era, I do not believe it can be something that will have any angle to government position, but rather a complete setup by individuals who are hell-bent at spoiling the image of the president. Mr. Speaker, sir, we demand as Parliament, and I believe, just as my brother Senator Kalwale has said, only Parliament can objectively intervene and investigate this issue to logical conclusion. We want to demand a swift action. DCI must establish culpability, and they must pin it to an individual, not the issue of suspending individuals. That is PR exercise. We want a swift action. Otherwise, the people setting up the president should be unearthed, because the issue that is happening is an issue that is image spoiling. Unless, there is a stupidity that cannot be quantified. You cannot do what you have done in a government with democracy like the government of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, sir, no cover-up can be allowed. Justice must be served and justice delivered, and the nation is waiting. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Wambua.
I thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is very disturbing. Disturbing, Mr. Speaker, because the question that I ask myself is, what happens if and when a police station becomes a scene of crime? And what happens, Mr. Speaker, if that crime is murder? What is it that we are supposed to do? Mr. Speaker, I hear people saying that we want justice for Albert Omondi Ojwang. But how does justice look for a young man killed in the hands of police officers? What is it that must be done for that young man, the lifeless body of Albert Omondi Ojwang, to receive justice? What exactly is it that, Mr. Speaker, must happen? Mr. Speaker, of late, our country is doing extremely, extremely badly in terms of insecurity. Mr. Speaker, in April, I saw the majority leader confronting the Inspector General of Police over some killings in Narok, in Barkoi. A few weeks ago, Mr. Speaker, 3 people were killed by police in the same area in Narok, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, what is happening in our country in relation to security? What is it that needs to be fixed? That's a question that we should address ourselves to. Mr. Speaker, I'm here to say that, Mr. Speaker, this killing of this young man has capacity to throw this country into serious, serious anarchy if it is not handled properly. Remember, Mr. Speaker, what happened in Tunisia with Mohamed Bouaziz when he blew himself up outside Parliament? Just an act of one person brought about the Arab Spring in an entire region. Mr. Speaker, I call upon the President on this matter. He must speak and speak with courage and determination. Heads must roll. He must reset the security apparatus in this country from the top to the bottom, Mr. Speaker. It cannot be that a person is arrested in
Senator Chiranke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On my own behalf and on behalf of the great people of Nandi, allow me to pass my deepest condolences for this tragic death. Mr. Speaker, as my colleagues have said, even during era of detention without trial, no one was killed in police cell. Mr. Speaker, as a professional guest of the state on many occasions, and I've had privileges for spending nights in number of almost 5 police stations in Nairobi, Mr. Speaker, it is very unfortunate. It is very sad, Mr. Speaker. The only place you should be safe is a police station. Mr. Speaker, heads must roll. I want to agree with my colleagues, Mr. Speaker, and you know on many occasions, I have raised that there is a problem with Ministry of Interior 1,000 times, Mr. Speaker. As we speak today, Mr. Speaker, Father Alois Cheruiyot Bett killers are